my channel. I am so excited about today's video because I have been seeing so many of these videos here on YouTube of people resetting for 2023. And although today is January the 19th, it's crazy, already 3 weeks into the year, into this month. It is not too late for you to take a step back, reflect on last year while still setting some new intentions for this new year. I think many times we put so much pressure on ourselves to get these things done at a certain date. Like typically people will do this on December or the first week of January. Life happens. Life is not perfect, and we all know that. So I think it's still a great time, and this is something that I have been doing for the last 2 weeks, is taking a couple of minutes here and there to set my intentions, to reflect and really set these goals for this new year. We are actually today in my office, which I'm never here. I've just been working from our kitchen table downstairs, and so whenever I get a chance I am here. But today our wonderful cousin taking care of our baby girl, so I can go ahead and get this video up for you guys so that it can really inspire you to set these goals for yourself. So to begin, I want to go ahead and just take a moment to recap on 2022, because 2022 was such a huge year for us. This is the year where we had our baby girl last February the 19th, and our lives completely changed. So when I look back, I wasn't really being very intentional with how my year was gonna go. I didn't take the time to actually plan out my entire year because I just knew that a lot of things were going to change, and my pregnancy, my first trimester, was really hard. So I honestly was not motivated. I was just like in survival mode. It's really important for us to take a step back and also just reflect on the things that you're really proud of for accomplishing and the things that you learned. Me going back to therapy after having a baby was huge. I have been going to therapy for the last 3 years, and if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I am very open and I'm a huge advocate for you to get therapy, because you can only do but so much. I know for myself, I felt like I had exhausted all the tools that I had, and I got as far as I could possibly go by myself in order for me to heal and grow. And so I just knew that I needed that extra help, and I needed somebody to walk me through the different things that I was struggling with, the different challenges that I was facing in my life. Once I had baby girl, life completely changed. Not only life changes, but you change. There's a lot of hormones that are happening that are driving you crazy. So many demands, because now not only do you have to take care of yourself, but you have to make sure that you are caring and nurturing this new human being. And so there's a lot of added responsibilities along with that. And so in the midst of me trying to recover, still be active and still like accept my body where it was, and still be like a good wife and keep up with the house chores and everything, I was finding myself getting really overwhelmed and burnt out. And not only that, with the nights that are just so long with having a newborn, I was having a really hard time, and a couple of breakdowns did happen. So I just knew that I needed to go to therapy and have somebody walk me through this new chapter in my life that was just beginning, because I know like right now she is about to turn 1 next month, and there's so many challenges that we will be facing in our future with her. Another win for me was staying active throughout my pregnancy. I really wish that I was able to do a lot more strength training, but sciatica was just really flared up throughout my pregnancy, and it was so uncomfortable. But I'm glad that I was still able to get my walks in as much as possible here around the house. I was really always trying to stay active. We have 3 pepperonis, and so those are my babies, and they're used to staying active. I was able to still walk them. After I had Gummy, there is that recovery period, and so I slowly started easing myself back into getting those walks in, depending on how my body was feeling. There were some days that yes, I felt great. I felt like overall my recovery went really well. It's for sure hard, girl, because whew, girl. But overall, I think it went really, really well. I actually worked with a coach because I knew I needed that accountability. I knew I needed somebody that had been through what I had been through before. So you can so easily get caught up in just taking care of the baby that you put yourself on the back burner, and that's a forever like challenge that I feel that we have as moms, right? The other win that I had for this last year was growing in our marriage. I think that having kids really challenges your marriage. I really had to learn how to communicate better and be very open with what my needs were and when I felt that I was burnt out, because I just had this idea that I had to always be with my baby and that I couldn't take some time away from her, and I felt that mom guilt and being away from her. So being able to lean on my husband for support, and also being understanding that he is not going to do the things exactly as I do them, and so he's gonna have his own way to parent her, and that's okay. So learning that and always continuing to learn that as she grows as well, I know is going to be challenging, but I'm so glad that we were able to open up that space for conversation to really happen. So I'm glad that we were able to grow. It's so hard sometimes because I try to do all the things by myself as much as possible and not ask for help. So can you relate? But overall, I think that I got a lot better with that. So I'm really glad, and I'm really looking forward to continuing to grow in that aspect this year in our marriage. The other thing that I'm really happy that I was able to do this last year is learn to give myself some grace. Knowing that I don't have it all figured out. No one has it all figured out. Although many times here in the online space, like on social media, you may see someone and you're like, wow, like they really look like they got their ish together. But you know what? Everybody is different. Everybody's routines, everybody's life, their balance is going to look different. So we can look at others to inspire us. For myself, I think that that whole comparison was kicking in. So I really had to take a step back and give myself some grace. I tried so hard to keep my house as tidied as possible. And so that's just always been me. Like I am trying to keep our home clean. We have 3 pepperonis and now we have baby girl. So I try to do my best. Now I've learned a whole new system to keeping myself organized, which I can share with you guys at a later time. But it's been so like, I had to have like this come to Jesus moment where holding my baby girl and having her nap on me for like 3 hours, 2 hours, and not being able to get other things done around the house. I just felt that God just spoke to me and said like, listen, you need to stop stressing about all the things that need to get done around the house and really soak this all in, because it's going to fly by. And honestly, she's about to turn 1 and it really does fly by. Like it's so hard while you're in the trenches of the newborn stage, but it really does. So now I just feel like I'm so glad that overall, like I got to learn that pretty early on after I had her. So I was really able to just soak up all those snuggles and just being a stay-at-home mom now. And when she needs that extra love, just being patient and giving myself some grace has been really, really helpful, and reminding myself that it is okay, things will get done, and that's just that. All you can do is try your very best. Accepting my body would have to be my other one. My body has gone through so many changes where there were stages I did fit back into my pre-pregnancy jeans, then I didn't, then I only felt comfortable in leggings. And so feeling like so bloated and hormones just getting back in balance and all of that stuff, but just being very accepting of my body. And by you being accepting of your body, it does not mean that you are settling for where you are and you're not going to do anything to improve and get to where you would like to be. That being said, I just mean that I am so appreciative of this body because it created life. It brought life into this world. And so knowing that this is the season that we are in right now and we're going to improve, we're going to get better, and it's okay. So these are the wins that I had for 2022 that I felt were pretty significant for me. Now going into 2023, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I have like like these drastic life-changing goals, because I feel like I really don't. I feel that I just want to continue to grow and step into my purpose. Part of my goals for years, and actually I did not create a vision board for 2021 or 2022, but I do have mine from 2020 that is here. It's all dusty, but I keep it here. Ooh. Let's see. Hopefully you guys can kind of see it there. Okay. So if you can see over here, part of my goal, and this has been for years, was to start my YouTube channel. And so I started my channel in 2021. December 1st, 2021, and I started documenting my pregnancy journey, and I have been pretty consistent since then. So I'm so proud of myself for being able to finally do this, and the timing was just right. So doing that, and then here is like getting better, being better at managing money. Life is not about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself, and then confidence. With that, like, you know, I feel like I've grown so much and become a lot more confident in myself. Love, passion, communication, mindset as a marriage, as a couple with my husband. Reading, I try to read as much as possible. Not the whole 12 books, but I tried. Friendships, I feel like I developed some really beautiful friendships in the online space. Kate, if you're watching this, I'm so grateful for you, because I feel like our friendship has really grown, and I'm so grateful for you because you have supported me in just some incredible ways. And also just developing friendships and reconnecting with one of my cousins has been incredible. So grateful for you, Jenny, and I love you so freaking much. Going into 2023, I just want to continue growing and stepping into my purpose in life, and continuing to develop my skills and my passions and everything that I have. If you're new here, I am a fitness coach, although I have not shared like much fitness content yet, but that is one of my goals for this year. A lot of times I felt like this imposter syndrome. I'm a mom and my body has changed. I don't look like, I don't have this, you know, physique and everything that many times held me back from sharing things. Being a mom now, I feel like I can relate so much more to other women who are moms and just try to support them as best as possible. I just want to be able to help other moms and women like out there that really want to continue to grow and challenge themselves and just giving themselves lots and lots of grace. So if you're not yet subscribed to Selena Trevino, I'm sorry if I messed that up. So if you're not yet subscribed to Selena's channel, I'm gonna go ahead and link it in my description box. She is amazing. I love her monthly reset videos, and she's the one that truly inspired me to make this video today and take a step back, because many times you just have so much going on that you're like, how the heck do I get things like in order for this new year? So she inspired me so much, and I ended up purchasing one of her goal setting documents that she has. I'm gonna go ahead and link it below. So she just did it so beautifully, and I love how she presented her video. So I'm kind of gonna do something similar like that. So one of the categories that I want us to chat about first is going to be health and wellness. So when it comes to health and wellness, I do have a couple of goals here, and I'll go ahead and put the a screenshot of them here. Is going to be walking an average of 10K steps a day. I think this last year, let me look, I was able to average 9,193 steps a day, which for me was like so huge. This year I really want to average 10,000 steps a day. The next goal that I have is to work out at least 3 times a week. Of course, life is going to happen some weeks, but this is going to be the intention that I have, my goal overall, and adjust things as I go in the next couple of months of the year. The next goal that I have is drinking a gallon of water a day. Overall, I feel like I do pretty well, but there are some times that I don't drink the full gallon. I only drink half, and it's so helpful to have like this hydro jug, as you can see it right here. I'll put my link below. I actually have an affiliate link if you want to support me. They have the cutest jugs, and also like the covers, like the sleeves. They're so cute, the straws, everything. So this is what really helps me keep track of my water intake throughout the day. So I want to continue drinking 1 gallon of water a day. Prioritizing self-care. So this one is pretty vague overall, but when it comes to self-care, I think like giving myself the time to, yes, get my nails done, but being more intentional with getting like girls' night every now and then, going out to dinner, going out to lunch with a friend, or just me going by myself, you know, to drive around. Any form of self-care that I feel like I need for the week, I want to be able to really start prioritizing that, because I know that I was good for about it for a period of time, but now it's just kind of like, yeah, we can get it done, but I want to really be intentional with that moving forward. Also, taking my vitamins. It's my multivitamin, so I need to get on that once again. So these are my health and wellness goals for 2023. Now, moving on to the next category here is going to be personal and professional goals that I have. So one of the goals that I have is to complete a pre and postnatal coaching certification. Last year, I purchased this certification course, the pre and postnatal coaching certification. After giving birth to my baby girl, I can see that there's a huge gap where women are not getting the support that they need postnatal. And so I want to be able to help support women throughout that phase, because I just had such a bad experience, I feel, overall postpartum, where I was not given the support and the attention that I needed when I had certain health concerns come up. And so overall, I want to be able to support women as best as possible throughout that phase, for them to recover, because there's just so much that happens. Our bodies change so much after giving birth. It's bananas. So that is a huge goal that I have for this year, which hopefully I want to get done by June of this year. This other goal, still like really vague as well, but I would love to start like some form of public speaking events. This is something that I've always wanted to do, but I don't think it was till like the last couple of years that I just started getting a lot more comfortable being in front of the camera, showing up on my stories and all of that, and just practicing to communicate and just be here in video and all of that. And so I would love to start some kind of public speaking event where I am talking about motherhood, nutrition, fitness, and such. So again, this is very vague. It's not something that I want to go ahead and do right off the bat, the beginning of 2023. This is probably something that I will be focusing on towards the end of the year, that I would like to start doing. The other goal that I have, it also ties into business here and my coaching business that I have. I would love to create some kind of course for women, for moms out there, that can really help them with time management and just scheduling things out when they're burnt out, you know, and just getting things in order around the house. Because I know for me, like I mentioned earlier in this video, it has really helped to set like systems of time blocking and all of that. And that is what has helped me not be as overwhelmed and anxious. Is something that I would love to create at some point. So these are really like my overall personal and professional goals that I have. The next category that I have is family. So for my goals for my family overall, I would love to continue trying some new recipes and getting intentional with that and exploring different things. I've been cooking a lot more now that I'm here at home for my family, so I want to get pretty good at that. I do have some recipe books that I want to look into and start to get really intentional with trying a recipe at least like once a month, you know, something along those lines. And the other thing is possibly like starting some swim classes with Camila. It's crazy, but I don't know how to swim, but I definitely know that I want Camila to learn how to swim, to know how to swim, because I think that is really important. And so maybe you'll find me also getting some classes while I'm there with the other little babies. but I would love to get her started in something like that later on this year. Valdez, my husband, and I, we have spoken about possibly going to like Disney World, and again, these are just things that we just throw out there for our family, but we would love to go to Disney World for her first after she turns 1, which she'll turn 1 next month. So I think having like some kind of family trip, that would be lots of fun. We would love to take her while she is small and then like take her again in a couple of years. I would love for us to travel at some point this year. And then lastly is to get intentional with date night. Look, it's so easy for you to just get caught up with everything that has to get done around the house and like work and all of this stuff, but I really would love for us to get some date nights in, like even if it's once a month. Love to hear from you mamas out there, parents, that you know, how do you do this like with date night? How often do you all plan a date night? Like, are you intentional with it? All of that good stuff. Like, give me some tips on that, because I really want us to keep that going for Valdez and myself. I could put this under personal and like professional, I guess I could say. So currently we are at, I think, like 620 subscribers. So I would love for this year, and I'm gonna set the goal up really high. For me, it's like really high, to like 5,000 subscribers. I would love to see my channel grow this year. So if you are new here, go ahead and make sure to click that subscribe button so that you can become part of the fam over here. And lastly here, Selena did put this category down for books, which I love books. I don't have like all of them listed just yet. I know that the main book that I want to read this year is The Magic of Thinking Big. I've gotten, I want to say, like 60 pages so far throughout the month of December, and then like holidays happen. I want to get back to it, read that book. I want to read The Atomic Habits by James Clear, which is an amazing book as well. So those are like my top 2 books that I want to read. I also wanted to share with you guys that I purchased this Erin Condren planner, which was recommended to me by quite a number of friends, and so you're able to personalize this. Let me get it up close. So I was able to personalize it and get my name on it, which I think is super cute. And so it also has your days with like time and everything. So right now, like I've been mentioning, I've been using like the time blocking system, and so it has been really helpful. Now the next part of this video is pretty much creating a vision board for myself, along with like these ideas. Get some images from like Pinterest and create it through Canva. So that's the next part. So now we have gotten to the fun part, and that is going into Pinterest, creating a new board for yourself, which you can title 2023 Vision Board, and start searching for images that relate to the goals that you have. What I did first was search travel, and then like I saw images with passports, planes, and just start saving a number of these images onto your board, like fitness inspo, pictures of water jugs, you know, things like that. Like I said, just choose a number of them, because once you're actually in Canva creating your vision board, you can kind of see which one ties in best. I do have the pro version of Canva, but you can still create it through like the free version of Canva. And then once you select like that template, which you can search it in Canva for vision board, as you can see here, this one was already there. I just started downloading all of the images that I had saved onto the board in Pinterest and went ahead and uploaded them into Canva. And so that's how I was able to start selecting the different images and replacing them with the ones that were already on that template. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I really hope today's video has inspired you to sit down and go ahead and set your intentions for this new year for 2023 if you have not yet done so. Let's really work on trying to make this year one of the best years just yet. And if you have not yet done so, be sure to subscribe. That way you do not miss any of the videos. I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.